Hello, I think this is working. Hi, is everyone? I am so happy that I could do this little question and answer for y'all today. How are you all doing? This is absolutely crazy, isn't it? I can't believe we've all been inside for this long, but it's absolutely for the greater good. And I just hope that you're all safe and well and looking after yourselves, drinking loads of water, eating all your vegetables. Really excited. So will we just get stuck in? Send me all your questions. There will be a winner for the best question. So make them good, make them tasty. I have some here as well that people have sent in. I have some printed out, so I'm good to go. Hello from the Philippines, my goodness. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Alan Bastot. Oh, it's so nice to see you all here. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Greg and Tracy, I saw all your questions. I mean, you really went to town. Some good ones in there, some good ones. Okay, here we go. So this one is from Tom Fox, and I just had to choose Tom Fox first because, you know, I love you, Tom. But it was, which song in Celebration had the most challenging dancing, and which song had the most fun dancing? Well, I think Orinoco Flow was my favourite. I think it's always been my favourite, to be honest. I mean, like from the very first time, even recording it with Celtic Woman, I was just like, this for me epitomises Celtic Woman. This is, you know, what I grew up listening to. It's the song that I watched and listened to whenever I was, you know, growing up watching Celtic Woman. So yeah, I just absolutely love performing Orinoco Flow, and I love the moves. Hello from Michigan, Minnesota, Croatia. Wow, Germany. Oh my goodness. There's just so many people all over the world watching. Thanks so much. Omaha. Cool. Rachel Kipper. Hi, Rachel. What is your favorite song you've ever performed with Celtic Woman, including group or solo? It's always such a hard question to answer, isn't it? For me, I'd say Newgrange for solo because it's so dramatic. I always feel like a white witch whenever I'm performing that, cast in a spell. And just because of the history of that song and its heritage, and I just love Clannad as well. I just think they're an absolutely amazing band and really look up to them. So always nice to, and I love the little operatic bits as well that I get to do in that as well. Send your questions in. What's your favorite thing about nature? Wow. Fresh air. I think we took that for granted a little bit before, didn't we? But it's always nice to kind of get out for that 20-minute walk when we're in isolation here in Ireland. I don't know, it's different obviously all across the world, but we're allowed out for brief amounts of time here in Ireland during isolation to go to the shops or to go for a short walk and get some much needed fresh air. Your hair looks great. Well, thank you. Someone actually asked me this question, what do you use in your hair? I swear by Moroccan oil shampoo and conditioner. It's just changed my hair. It just leaves it really silky. I naturally have quite straight hair, and I used to curl my hair for the show, and it just took ages. And when I realised that I didn't need to do that and that it was okay to go on stage with straight hair, I was kind of like, oh, so now I actually get ready for the show in probably about 30 minutes because I don't really do much to my hair. I just get my makeup done, which is so nice. Yeah. Hello from the UK. Look, I've got some over here as well, so I'm going to answer some of these that were sent into the Facebook page yesterday. Have you ever considered doing work in Broadway musicals or on the West End? That's from Christopher McReynolds. Well, I actually have. Before I joined Celtic Woman, I was auditioning in the West End. I had an agent over there in London, and I was in the finals for Mamma Mia for Sophie, and I was in the finals for Eponine in Les Mis. And I've done like loads of workshops and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I've always loved music theatre. I've grown up, you know, watching musicals, being in musicals, growing up in Derry. So yeah, I love music theatre, but my favorite role, the role that I would love to do eventually at some point in my life, is Mary Poppins, because I just love Mary Poppins. And I wore out 3 videotapes of Mary Poppins when I was a kid. I watched it that much, and my childminder was going out of her mind with the amount of times that I watched Mary Poppins. So yeah, it's always been my favorite. How do you feel being at home with your husband such a long time? I mean, it's actually lovely. We don't really get a lot of time together because I travel so much. So it's actually been quite welcomed having the time at home together, and we get to make music together. Hey, Seth! Oh, I see maybe Mucker's joined. How you doing, Mucker? We don't really get time, like, so we've been making music upstairs. I got sent this really awesome loads of equipment from this really cool company over in the UK, Aston Mics, and we've been going to town. We've been writing music, we've been singing away. So yeah, it's actually been kind of nice just spending some downtime together. How long do you spend in rehearsals prior to a tour with Celtic Woman? That's from Mika, is that right? Mika Dominic Parsons, or Micah? Actually, all the groundwork is done before we get into rehearsals. So when we go to rehearsals, everything's kind of like there for us. So, the set's made. So the rehearsals for the actual performance of the show is kind of the last thing to happen. And I would say it takes about maybe 2 weeks of solid in the dance studio, nailing down the routines. The singing bit, I mean, we're constantly doing that. We're constantly working on that ourselves at home. But the actual rehearsal period would be about 2 weeks. And then we go over, we normally set up our world tour over in the States. Sometimes it's Nashville because our warehouse is over in Nashville. You're getting all the inside information here now, guys. Our warehouse is over in Nashville, which is where we keep all our stuff. So sometimes we start there, sometimes we start in Florida. I mean, I'm such a Nashville girl. I love Nashville so much, but Florida has the sunshine as well. So, never complain about where we start. Is there any song from Northern Ireland besides Danny Boy you would like to sing on tour? That is such a nice question. Thank you, Renee. Yeah, so I'm from a place in Derry called Culmore. Culmore has loads of history. It's the most beautiful place. There's a lighthouse there. It's got its own little beach. And it's the point where it opens up into the Atlantic. So for years and years, it's kind of been a port. And loads of the U-boats were actually sunk there during the war. But there's a gorgeous song called The Maid of Culmore. And I would always love to sing that song because I'm actually from there. But I think it's actually a man song, but I don't really think that matters that much. What's your favourite song to sing in Gaelic? Well, I am not very good at the old Gaelic language. I'm not. It's a bit of a struggle for me, to be honest. Ava McMahon was always she was the Gaelic girl, and she always helped me with my Irish, and Maeve Ní Walcott, obviously, she's amazing. Cool. All right. I'm blabbering away, aren't I? Oh, I actually loved this question. It was, how has growing up in Northern Ireland and its culture influenced you? So I love Northern Ireland so much. I mean, it's my home. But Derry in particular is such a musical place. And there have been so many artists that have come from there, and they call it Music City because just everywhere, I mean, literally everyone in Derry can either sing, play guitar, they're in bands, it's just everywhere. And my whole childhood growing up, my dad was a bass player. He played in bands for years and years and years, lived in Toronto, supported Roy Orbison, played with The Who before they were really big. So he was just a cool dude, and my dad collected musical gear, he collected Vox amps, had a whole stash of Wham copycats. If there's any musical nerds out there, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But we used to buy and sell Vox amps on eBay, the very, very start of eBay. we used to be like, you know, running in and out whenever it would get to like a certain price, and then we'd sell it on. So, you know, being from Northern Ireland and being from Derry, that's really shaped who I am. And also I think there's a naturalness about the way that we approach music, and certainly the way that we approach singing. I think Derry singers are really unique. There's something about the sound that they produce that I just really connect with, and I love Derry. What did Ronan say? My husband said something here. Will you put the kettle on, please? He is so cheeky. So cheeky. No, I will not. That's you. I always say it's tea time and he makes the tea for me. How far back does your clan go? Oh my goodness. I mean, what a question. I don't even know. I need to look into that. Oh, Sharon Connor. Hi, Sharon. Mucker wants to know when you're coming back to sing on our deck. Oh, come here. So I have loads of family in the States, and I just love going over there all the time. But it's been a few years since I went over to Sharon's house, but she has this amazing deck out the back with a pool. She lives in New Jersey. The pool, and they have like an outdoor bar called Mucker's Bar. And if anybody is from Derry, you'll know that like a mucker is like a really nice, like, my mate, like, you know. And we used to set up a whole setup, like drums, guitar, keyboards, and my dad and all his friends would just play and I'd sing. So yeah, that'd be great fun, Sharon. Can I have a cup of tea, please, also? Yeah, I'm on over. If you were going to write a book, what would it be about? Celia, hello. So nice to hear from you. I do want to write a book eventually. And I would love, Ava McMahon and I have spoken about this for some time, about keeping yourself mentally on tour. I mean, we've all heard of musicians who struggle being on tour, and that's, you know, it's hard for a lot of people. And just a book about how a healthy way to tour and what's worked for us. Also tying in just looking after young musicians and making sure that they get the right advice and they approach everything from the right way. I just think the experience, you know, that I've had in the music industry, I think that I would be able to help a lot of people in that way. So yeah, I'd love to write a book about that. I dream of coming to Ireland someday. It really is so beautiful here. I feel so blessed to be able to just walk outside and see all the beautiful greenery. What quote inspires you the most? That is from Cara Cargill. Am I saying that right, Cara? Gosh, I have one, and people know I say this all the time, but it's sing yourself to where the singing comes from. It's a Seamus Heaney quote. Again, another Derry man, but he's world renowned. I mean, Nobel poet laureate, just incredible man. Loads of amazing men have come from Derry. John Hume, he was won the Nobel Peace Prize. But the meaning behind that quote is that, you know, I feel like so many people sing from the exterior. They present emotions. And for me, singing is about here, it's about performing from your heart, and when you connect with your heart, that's your soul. So yeah, I just love that quote so much. When on tour, do you always travel by bus? Not all the time. Sometimes we fly, but our bus is our little safe haven, and you know, we have all our wee routines, and it's so cute. Everybody just has their own wee thing. I mean, Tara has an entirely pink bunk. It's hilarious, covered in Disney. Megan's like holistic mama. She's got her sage out. Chloe is Miss Hippie, like she everything. Ronan's just walked in with Milo. Do you want to show them Milo?
Milo wants to say hi.
Milo wants to say hi, guys.
Who's that, Milo?
Hello. This is my best friend.
And our dog.
And our dog. Can Milo join me?
Yeah, sure.
Milo, come on. You can answer some questions.
So long as you can still read. The big head's in the way.
Oh, my best friend. Oh, look, he's like staring at everybody. Do you have a favourite Irish TV show? Yeah, I mean, like, Derry Girls, come on. I feel like I've talked about Derry so much in this, but I'm just so proud to be from Derry. Derry Girls, yeah. And my sister grew up with the girl that wrote Derry Girls, Lisa. And Anya, my sister Anya, always says that she knows, he wants down, that she knows every single person that like each of those characters are based on from growing up, you know. How old is Milo? 3? Is he 3?
He's coming up on 3.
He's coming up on 3. He's a big boy now. Keep the questions coming. When writing songs, do you find it more difficult to write the lyrics or the melody? 100%. I find it more difficult writing the melody. I'm okay at writing lyrics, aren't I, Ronan?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel most comfortable when I'm writing the lyrics, and normally how I do it is Ronan will write the music. I come up with like themes and motifs and voicings, they call them voicings. But I'm just in my element, like lock me in a room and I'll be able to write the lyrics. Is there somewhere in the world that you haven't visited but always wanted to visit? Yes, hi Alan McGrath. Hi honey. How you doing? Yeah, like so many places. Are you kidding? Like I want to go to Bali. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Morocco. I had this, the girls will laugh at this. I had this like epiphany once when we were flying somewhere. And I was like, I have to go to Morocco. I just have to go there. I feel like I'm having a spiritual awakening. And I started listening to like loads of Moroccan music, loads of Moroccan folk music. And I just totally connected with her. So, yeah.
Bye, Facebook.
Ronan says bye, guys. What did you do before joining Celtic Woman? Well, I studied classical singing at Trinity College of Music in London, which is now known as Trinity Laban, but when I went there it was Trinity College of Music. And I was studying, I guess it was vaguely opera, but I kind of honed in more on the music theatre side. And early music, I love early music, Palestrina, Tallis, all that kind of stuff. So really choral kind of stuff, very pure sound. But I just really didn't want to do that. As much as I loved it, I knew I didn't want that to be my career. So I ended up getting a record deal in folk music, which is where my heart lies. Everybody that knows me knows that folk music and Americana music is just my happy place. And I made a record, which sadly didn't work out. And then I taught singing for a little while in a theatre school in this awesome little place called Cuffley in Hertfordshire. Used to get the train out from London because I was living in London at the time. And I'd get my coffee and my croissant and I'd go and I'd teach singing, and I just loved that so much. And I just loved teaching kids. They're so much fun. They're a breath of fresh air. And I just love being at theatre school. So I got a call out of the blue. Celtic Woman had heard my album that I had made that wasn't released, and invited me to come sing for them. So yeah, it was kind of, I felt like my time was up, to be honest. Not many people get a second chance, really, and I feel like I really did get a second chance. So would you ever do a collaboration with Celtic Thunder? Well, we know all the Celtic Thunder lads. They're all our mates. Yeah, they're awesome guys. Really talented as well. Okay, more questions. Hi guys. Gosh, there's so many people. Besides dogs, what is your favorite animal? It's really hard. I love all animals, honestly. I think I'd have a farm if I could. Beach or mountains? Beach, every time. Have you ever sung Be Thou My Vision? Yes, I actually have. I grew up singing in masses and Derry, so sung that many times. Will there be any more songs with Una? Well, I've actually stayed in contact with Una since all that, so yeah, we'd love to one day. She's amazing. What an artist. What do you do during a performance when you're not on stage? Ha ha! What a question. We stay in the zone. It's really important. No, actually, what we do is we listen. I don't like being distracted, but I like to have fun. So there's a very fine line between being distracted and, you know, getting hyped up side stage. So there's a nice balance in the Celtic Woman tour. No one ever tries to, like, you know, take you out of your place. We're all very respectful of each other. And yeah, that's, you know, it's so nice. We have such good friends. Just want to say, like, we're so excited, guys, about coming back on tour. We really are. Like, I think in all of this, we've realised how important you all are to us and how important Celtic Woman's music is to us. And we hope it is to you as well. This is a really difficult time for people all over the world, and the one thing that's getting us through is music. We genuinely can't wait to just get back out on the road, and hopefully that'll be soon. Any artists that you would love to collaborate? Yeah, loads. And all different genres as well. I'm such a weirdo. I just love so many different styles of music. I'd love to perform with, there's this amazing artist called Kathleen Edwards. She was married to the lead singer of Bon Iver, and her music is just amazing. I love her writing. I love her voice. So I'd love to collaborate with her. What is the most important lesson you have learned being a member of Celtic Woman? Well, that is to appreciate your friends, and that music is about so much more than getting it right. In Celtic Woman, I think the connection is the most important part, and trust. And I really, really think that has a massive thing to do with the energy that people feel from us on stage. It's very easy to, you know, for people just, you know, to get on stage and sing together, but actually having that connection is so important. So that's kind of the biggest thing, you know, building friendships and trusting, you know, our fellow Celtic women on stage, and we really do. Like, we're such good friends. What 2 things do you take on tour with you, Pat Walsh? Not food. I can only bring food, to be honest. I don't bring that much. Like, I love, something about me is I love going to places and actually getting to know the place. So I'll, you know, if we're in New Orleans, I'll have the cuisine there, or sometimes you do miss home and you do want, you know, your wee bit of Marmite or whatever. So yeah, I bring Marmite, Barry's tea, liquors all sorts. I know that's such a random one, but I do love liquors all sorts. Marmite's the big one for me, though. I really miss Marmite when I'm away. Just reading these, guys, because I don't want to miss any out. Toughest emotional song for you to sing? Charlie Burry Jr. I actually, this is the truth. So I sung Like an Angel passing through my room. I mean, Sissel was the first person to sing that after ABBA, I think. I might be wrong there, but it's the version that I knew anyway. And I just loved singing that song. But at the time, my dad was really sick. And when he passed away, I just couldn't sing that song anymore because it just reminded me too much of him. And I actually asked if we could take it out of the show because it was just, I was just on the verge of tears every single night. And I think music, you know, it's okay to do that, but it was just taking too much out of me every single night to go to that place. So that's the truth. That's the hardest song that I've ever had to sing, Celtic Woman. And it's not for bad reasons, it's for emotional reasons. If you weren't a singer, what would you do? I think I'd be a stylist. I love fashion. I think I would be an interior designer, but I change my mind all the time. Like, I think if I was doing it for other people and they gave me a brief, I'd be okay, but I just never know what I want to do with the house, so I'll change things like 40 million times. Fish and chips or spaghetti? Fish and chips, I think, maybe. Apart from going back on tour, what are you most looking forward to after lockdown? Seeing my mommy. My mommy's in Derry on her own. She's like literally in the house. She's able to go to work 2 days a week, which is good. She's in the office on her own, so there's no one else around, so she can work from there. But I just think she's really lonely, and I just can't wait to give her a big hug. Are you going to do another PBS special? Yes, we are. We hope so anyway. It's in the pipeline. What TV show are you binging on right now? We have watched every single Harry Potter, apart from the last one, so we're going to watch that this evening. I sung on one of the Harry Potters when I was in London. I was a session singer, so I sung on Lord of the Rings, and I sung on Harry Potter. I sung on Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa, loads of different movies, but yeah, I did. I sung on one of the Harry Potters. Getting a picture. Do you have a favourite episode of Derry Girls? All of them. You're super close to Ava. How did your friendship develop so closely? I felt like I knew her for years, to be honest. We just clicked. How do you describe how a friendship clicks? We just have the same humour. We balance each other. She's quite level-headed, but she's a bit dorky too. I wouldn't necessarily be level-headed. I'd be a bit like, I'd run away with myself, and she's always good at like kind of centering me and you know, making everything a bit more logical, but we have so much fun together as well. Oh, there's me bestie, Mairead Fox has joined the building. Hi, matey. You better give me a question now. My best friend at home is called Mairead. What are the chances of that? If you could live in any time beside your own or meet any historical figure, who would it be? Oh, can you tell? So this is Miss Brigitte Bardot. Obsessed. But I am like, I'm a bit of a mishmash of eras, but I really feel like I would have been in my element in the late 60s, early 70s. Definitely. I feel like I was born in the wrong era. Hi, honey. Do you miss Susan and Ava? Yeah, I really do. I really, really do. But that's the thing, like they come back in and out, and you know, we're so lucky that we can do that. You know, once you're a Celtic woman, you're always a Celtic woman, so. And Susan has the most gorgeous little baby who I just can't get enough of, so. Hi from Riverside, California. Would you like to be a mom someday? Hopefully. Nobody knows about these things, don't they not? What is your favourite memory being in Celtic Woman? Gosh. All of them. Just actually every single day I feel so grateful to be a Celtic woman. I really do. And I think this has highlighted it even more. Not that you take things for granted. I would never ever take this for granted. But I think that it just highlights how much you love some. I got my appendix out in Budapest when we were on tour. Was it October, November? And that was the first time when I was in the hospital and everybody else was on stage and they were like carrying the show. And I just realised how amazing Celtic Woman was then, because they just all pulled together and they just, you know, made it all happen. And I think I really realised in that moment how lucky I was and how special this group is. Could you sing something for us? Do you want me to sing something for you? I don't know if it would sound very good. What will I sing? Do we put Part in Glass, will I? Of all the money e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. That's all you're getting. I'm gonna have to say goodbye in a little while, guys. Probably another 5 more minutes. I feel like oh my God, I've done 30 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, any more questions, guys? Fire them in. Yeah, parting glass is one of my favourites as well. How do you stay in shape when on tour and during the current isolation? I feel like there has been so much pressure put on people to stay in shape during isolation, but for me, it's just about getting outside every single day for some fresh air. Like, forget about your body, you know, staying in shape is so important for here as well. But I've just been taking it easy. This is hard enough as it is, so I just try every day and get outside for a little bit of fresh air, maybe do a workout at home. But yeah, just taking it easy and be kind to yourself. This is like such a testing time, so just be kind to yourself. Will you be coming back to Bournemouth, UK? Oh my God. I felt like I was coming home when I went to Bournemouth. What an amazing place. Yeah, I hope so. I'd love to. What small city and tour did you find something special in or enjoy more than expected? So we visited this awesome little place called Asheville, which isn't far from Nashville. It's called Asheville, and it's apparently where Dolly Parton actually goes to holiday. But it's like this really lovely, like independent, organic, like they sell their own art. It's just a really awesome little place. And I just have loads of really awesome memories from there, because we've been there a couple of times, but I went to like this amazing organic juice company and got like a juice cleanse from there, which I did that on a 5-show run, and I was like, why did I do this to myself? Yeah. You've probably noticed I'm such a rambler. I can actually talk for Ireland. I just go off on one. People laugh at me because of it. How do you deal with exhaustion and strain while on tour? Thanks for that question, because that's actually it's a good question, because it is tiring sometimes, but I think the main thing that gets us through is knowing that every single night it's everyone in the audience's first time seeing the show. They've paid money to come and see the show, and they don't know whether you're tired or not, and it's your duty as a performer to give them your all. So it's our duty to look after ourselves, and that's to stay hydrated and take our vitamins. You can't drop the ball. Every person is important. Every single audience member is important, and they are the 5th member of Celtic Woman as far as we're concerned. Mairead Fox, what are you having for dinner? We are having lentil noodles with roasted broccoli. I do this really nice roasted broccoli that has garlic oil, soy sauce, a little bit of sea salt, and you put it in the oven for literally 5 minutes, and it goes all crispy, and it's delicious. Do you plan on recording a CD singing together with Ronan? One day. His mom would love that. Up until this quarantine, we'd never really sung together, never really recorded together. Oh, there's Meg. Hi, Meg. And so we've taken this time to do it, but maybe one day. What is your favourite part about Facebook live sessions? Meeting all you. Oh, class. Okay, Michael Huntsman, when all this is over, I'm planning to go to Derry. What are the parts of the city that I would like to see? Okay, so just outside Derry, there's a little island called Inch. By the way, if you can hear someone making weird noises, it's Ronan. He's lying on the floor. He's just come in from a run. And yeah, so that's what's going on over there. But there's a gorgeous little place called Inch Island, and it's a nature reserve, so definitely go there. Go to the craft village. It's the most gorgeous little tiny little village within Derry city centre, and it's all arts and crafts. There's loads of really cool cafes. Go to Sandino's bar. It's the best bar. You'll meet all the artsy people that you want. There's a really cool jazz bar called Bennigan's. There's also a really good jazz festival in Derry, City of Derry International Jazz Festival, and honestly it has just world-class artists. I mean, Jules Holland, Jamie Cullum came. class. Someone said no volume. That would be a bit unfortunate if I was talking for 30 minutes and there was no volume on everyone's. I think it might just be your device that there's no volume. Hi everyone. Hi Glenn. Okay, you sing with so much emotion when you keep... You sing with so much emotion. How do you keep from crying while you sing? I mean, it's hard for me because I really do wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm such a sensitive person, and there have been many times where I have cried on stage. But I think that's the most, I just think that's really honest. And I think what I've realised is the audience is always with you. And if you do, let that guard down and let them in a little bit, they're just with you even more. People really, relate to something that isn't quite perfect. And when they realise that you're human, I think it lets them in a little bit more. So yeah, could we have a Celtic Woman Zoom? Yes! I actually meant to say to you guys that we have an album out at the moment, and because I've been in the group for, oh my god, it's nearly 8 years now. I mean, where has the time gone? It's just flown. Some people often say to me in meet and greets, "Are you new?" And it's because I've changed my hair so many times in this group that people genuinely think that I'm a different person. But this album is called Celebration, and it's a journey of Celtic Woman throughout the years. This is our 15th anniversary, and this tour was meant to be our big celebration 15th anniversary. So we released this album just as a little something, to mark that occasion. And I was listening to it all afternoon, and it's so nice to hear that journey. There have been 15 women throughout the 15 years of Celtic Woman, and that's highlighted in this CD. So yeah, it's out now. You can grab it on all your usual retailers. And there's my wee auntie Anne McDermott watching. Hi Anne! Where did you meet Ronan? I met Ronan on tour. He was in the choir, and yeah, we met. We dated for 3 months, and then we got engaged, and everybody thought we were mad. But you gotta do you, don't you? I fall asleep when I hear you singing. That is so sweet. Hi Anne. Why is the music from Celtic Woman so popular? I think it's the music that we sing. It's quite powerful. I mean, when you approach songs like You Raise Me Up and Amazing Grace, they're incredibly powerful songs with incredibly powerful messages. And when you team that with the harmonies and the arrangements and the truth and the honesty, I think that's why people connect with it all over the world. Yeah, I mean, for me, that's why I connected with it. Have you ever had to switch out a song on the day of the show? No, we've never really done that. It's not, when we have a set list, that's our set list. We might change it maybe a few weeks into tour, depending on whether it's working in that space or if we've got another alternative. But the whole reasoning behind that is we want everyone to have the same experience, I'm going to have to scoot now, guys, in a little minute. So just get your questions in really quickly, and I'll try and answer as many as I can. What's one of your favourite childhood memories? Going to my music lessons. I was so privileged growing up. My mum and dad gave up everything so that myself and my sister could go to our lessons. So I would go to music school on a Saturday, and I spent all day there. And not many people know this, but my mom used to give me, I think it was like £3 or £4, which at the time seemed like a fortune. And that was to make sure I got a sandwich and, a bottle of water. What did I do? I went to the shop and I spent every single pound on sweets. and ate every single sweet. And that was every single Saturday, and my mum still doesn't know that, so she'll know now. What Hogwarts house are you? Gryffindor, hello. Do you plan to make a concert in Hungary? Well, I owe so much to Hungary because, as I said before, I had my appendix out there, and oh my goodness, I was treated so well over there. The medical service I received over there was next to none. I'm so grateful. So yes, I would love to do another concert in Hungary. Okay, a couple more questions and I'm going to head because I'm going to make my dinner. What song, not only Celtic Woman songs, do you find the most touching and why? God, there's so many. I love Alison Krauss, Angel Flying Too Close to the Ground. I think the lyrics in that song are so touching. But I find new songs to kind of have some kind of connection with, depending on where I am in my life. Yeah. What's your favourite sweet? There's a few, and especially in quarantine, I've been eating all the sweets. I love cream eggs. I love Percy Pig, veggie Percy Pigs from M&S. I love licorice all sorts. Jelly beans, although I've had to stop eating jelly beans, to be honest, because, yeah, it was just getting out of hand. Would Celtic Woman consider meet and greet sessions before your shows? We do. You can get them through PBS. Do you like when fans come to the stage door if they can't do meet and greet? Yeah, of course, we love meeting everybody. You know, as many fans as we can meet is a dream for us because you're the reason why we're here. Dinner, it's only 12:45. Haha. What time is it here? Oh my goodness. Guys, it's 5:45. Where is the time gone? I'm going to have to go. I'm having too much fun though. Hi from Germany. Okay, one more question and then I'm going to skip. Just reading them. What's your favourite food? Well, that's a great one, isn't it? I'm a foodie. I love plant-based food. Obviously, my sister is a vegan writer. She writes vegan cookbooks, and my mum is a vegan. My dad was a vegan. When he got sick, we all went vegan, and there was a little point where I stopped being vegan, but I've slowly come back to it, and I've been trying to eat a lot more plant-based food since I have been at home in quarantine, and it's been really nice. But yeah, I'm not fully vegan. I would say I'm 90% vegan. Someone just mentioned Katie Pruitt on here, and I'm like, yeah, I'm loving Katie Pruitt at the moment. Hi, Alexandria. Hello to your little one. Okay, guys, I'm going to head now, but the most important part of this is there is a winner that will be announced on Friday for the best question. This guy keeps saying still no volume. Pat Millman, I think it must be your device, because everyone else can hear me, I think. Yeah, so there I will announce the winner of the best question on Friday on the Celtic Woman Facebook. I've honestly had the best time. I actually want to do more of these. I feel so connected to you all. It's so nice. Please stay healthy. Look after yourselves. We are so grateful to all of you. You're so special. Hopefully we'll be out very soon. Yeah, look, I just keep getting questions and I want to answer them. Someone said about Carolina Rua. Yeah, I was asked to sing Carolina Rua in the very beginning. I begged to sing Carolina Rua in the very beginning, but it didn't happen. Love you all so much. You take care. Make sure you look after yourselves. Keep in good health. Like I said at the very top of this, eat your fruit, eat your veggies, drink water, take your vitamins, try and go outside a little bit for some fresh air if you're allowed to, wherever you are. And please listen to our music, and hopefully you can grab a copy of our celebration CD, and that will make you feel a little bit more connected to us at this time. But we're gonna get through this. It's, we're nearly there. We're on the home stretch. Love you so much. Mwah. Bye, guys. Mwah.